Over $1 million in Switch 2 stolen, PlayStation gearing up to buy Warner Brothers games, and Xbox possibly benefiting from putting games first. All of that and more on today's episode. Let's go. The Xbox Game Showcase was June 8th, 2025, and to our surprise, it was astounding. With around 30 games shown and a wide variety at that, could Xbox finally start seeing an increase in sales? I don't know, but let's check the old faithful.
So looking around Twitter and trying not to get caught in the Twitter spear, I came across a post from GOAT Gaming, which reads, breaking, according to a Walmart employee, Xbox sales of both Xbox Series X and S have skyrocketed since the Xbox Showcase at IGN Japan is trying to confirm this information now. After reading this post, I took some time to scour the internet because I could not believe that Xbox had a massive uptick in sales. And here on Dexter's Lab, seeing is believing. So let's go back a bit before we get to present day Xbox. In an article posted by Screen Rant, former analyst from WB Games Matt Piscatella states, December 2024 US consumer spending on video game hardware, content and accessories declined 8.9% when compared to a year ago to $7.5 billion. Spending during the year of 2024 fell 1.1% compared to 2023 to $58.7 billion. To put this in layman's terms, for the casuals, the gaming industry has been declining since COVID because everyone was home, everybody was playing games, everybody wanted to have the new hotness. Now that we're kind of settling back into how life was before COVID or pre-COVID, you can see this reflecting in the numbers of the gaming industry. The premise behind Xbox One sales was the fact that you had to have an Xbox One to play everything. In the new series era, you don't need an Xbox. Anything is an Xbox. My lamp is an Xbox. My daughter is an Xbox. My hand is an Xbox. I'm sure you get the drift. So with that being said, yes, they're making money. However, it's not with hardware. It's solely on software and being able to play that software anywhere you are in the world. And this is back in 2024. Let's move forward to 2025. So we had an amazing showcase, and now some Xbox fans think that this will translate to hardware sales. Not taking into account the gaming industry is down overall. Brand loyalty between Nintendo and PlayStation fans is prevalent and has been for decades. Xbox Game Pass is a godsend to gamers who've experienced it, but keep in mind, to the vast majority of console gamers, home is where the heart is, and that ain't Xbox. New rumors state that Sony is in talks to acquire Warner Brothers games after failures and mismanagement ruined what used to be one of the finest developers in modern-day gaming. This potential acquisition would include major gaming IPs like Mortal Kombat, DC comic properties, and the Harry Potter license. The move is reportedly part of a broader strategy by Sony to expand its entertainment empire and gain a stronger foothold in the gaming market. Sony, as of December 2024, has about $19.3 billion in spending cash for acquisitions, while Warner Bros. Has cut spending across the board, with one notable expense being to cut CEO David Zaslav's annual salary by more than half. While you would think the stars have aligned for Sony, we can't forget Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon are still big players in the gaming space and would potentially drive the price of Warner Bros. Games up to a level that Sony couldn't hope to compete at. But the gamer in me can't help but wonder if Sony got their hands on DC IPs, boy, it would be lit. Our next topic relates to Nintendo and their software sales. But before we jump into that, don't forget to like, comment, and share. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm and gets these videos out into the universe. While Nintendo sold over 3.5 million units worldwide in its first 4 days of its new console, the Switch 2, Third-party software titles seem to be a different story altogether. Outside of Cyberpunk 2077, third-party Switch 2 games are struggling to sell at launch. With Nintendo's first-party games carrying the lion's share of the load, you'd have to be blind not to wonder what's going on. Could it be that Cyberpunk is the only third-party game with the actual game loaded onto the cartridge? Without the allure and luster of Nintendo's first-party titans such as Zelda, Mario, and Donkey Kong, it seems most Switch 2 adopters are picking up their games digitally instead of buying a cartridge with a digital game on it. Go figure. Many of the titles made available at launch are ports of games that are already playable on all major platforms, including the first Switch. The Switch 2 and its pricing initially caused some confusion as users balked at the $449 price tag, which makes it more expensive than the PS5 and the Xbox. Combined with higher prices for game accessories like the Joy-Con 2, there's the real possibility some consumers feel selective in their purchases. The Switch 2 launched during an era where the price of eggs is a regular talking point, and the reality is that the console is a luxury item. I agree with this wholeheartedly. I went to buy Mario Kart World, and like I said in my previous videos, I almost threw up in my mouth. It was very hard to pay $100 for a game that wasn't even loaded onto the cartridge. But since it was Mario, it was fine. But to do that with a third-party game that I could possibly play on another system for less money, I think I'm gonna pick that. This is the perfect segue into our last topic, a smash and grab that took place in Colorado, resulting in the loss of $1.4 million in Switch 2 consoles. The truck driver noticed his trailer had been broken into during a pre-trip inspection at a Lowe's truck stop in the town of Bennett. According to the sheriff's post, the driver was driving from Nintendo of America's headquarters at Redmond, Washington, to a GameStop retail store in Grapevine, Texas when the heist happened. The truck driver said that he was unaware of the contents of the trailer, only that it contained games or toys. With each console valued at $499, the total value of stolen goods is estimated to be over $1.4 million. Unfortunately, it's unclear if the burglary happened at the truck stop itself or at another place, so investigators are looking to the public for more information about the felony theft. It sucks that anyone would take anything that doesn't belong to them, but I'm sure Nintendo has good insurance in cases like this.
So that's our show for today. Real quickly, I just want to say thank you for 120 subscribers. I never thought I'd get this far. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, keep moving forward and game on.